name is Katerina Winkler, and today I'm going to be doing the Finding and Evaluating Information Screencast assignment. So the statement that I am going to be using today is my approved thesis statement, which is, while misinformation and disinformation is typically associated with fake news on the web, it has actually been in existence long before the internet. The American holiday known as Thanksgiving is actually built on disinformation. The meaning behind this American holiday is deliberately deceptive in order to benefit political authority. So today I'm going to be finding a resource to use in my essay that backs up my statement, or at least helps to. So first thing I'm going to do is go to the library.weber.edu webpage, and I'm going to go ahead and look for the specific database I'm using today. So I'm actually going to be using the search for databases tool right here instead of using based off of different subjects. So right here I'm going to put in Jester. So the reason I chose Jester rather than any other type of database is because all of the journals include the full archival run. So what that means is a lot of other databases will give you an abstract or a quick overview or a summary of the journal and then have you click to be directed to the full journal article, which a lot of times it takes you to a new database or completely directs you to a completely different website that's not even on a database. And I today, for the purpose of this assignment, did not want to do that, so I chose Jester for all the journal articles are on here in full. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do advanced search in order to find, the correct type of article I'm looking for this assignment. So the first keyword I'm going to use is American for Thanksgiving, an American holiday, and then I'm going to use and as my first Boolean operator and do Thanksgiving. And then I'm going to add one more Boolean operator and do or and do misinformation. Then to narrow my search a little bit more, I'm going to use two limits. So the two limits I'm going to use today are articles, for I'm only searching for articles. I'm not looking for reviews, books, research reports. Really, I'm just looking for journal articles. And then I'm going to use a publication date range. So I'm going to do 2000 to 2022, which is current day. So the reason why I decided to pick a specific date range is because I want the article to be more relevant for, I know it could be kind of played in any way you wanted to in this type of research. Thesis statement for Thanksgiving is an American holiday that has been around for centuries since the Founding Fathers came. But for the purpose of this essay, I wanted to find something that was a little bit more relevant and see if anybody else has kind of had the same thought, like, why is there so much misinformation surrounding Thanksgiving? And why do we celebrate it as such a happy day when it's really a day of mourning? So I'm going to go ahead and click on the search. Come here, and you'll see that there's actually a decent amount of results that pull up. As I scroll through, it is kind of hitting on some of the points, misinformation and fake news. This one's about, and again, misinformation. Come down, it starts talking about pilgrims and progress, the first Thanksgiving, and as I come down, I find the article that I wanted to use. So the National Day of Mourning, Thanksgiving, Civil Religion, and American Indians. So when I clicked on this, I noticed that this is the exact article and journal that would be perfect and relevant to my topic. The reason why I chose this article over others is because this article goes into depth about why this author, Jana Weiss in specific, felt as if though, this day of mourning, why is it being, shown as like some American holiday to celebrate every year. So she actually goes into how it is, like how the myth of this type of religion around Thanksgiving has recently, been questioned since the Red Power movement, which is something that I wanted to dive into in this essay. So this is exactly what I was looking for. And as you can see, the full text is on here, which is great. It is a little bit like frustrating to scroll through, but honestly, to have the full text here instead of having to go through a bunch of different databases is amazing, and I'm obsessed with this Jester database. So next what I want to do is just make sure that the publication date is within that date range that I went ahead and selected, which was 2000 to 2022. And it looks like this one is 2018, which is perfect. And then as I now know that the publication date, the currency is correct, I wanted to make sure that the author had authority and what kind of authority did she have. So I actually went ahead and looked up a little bit about the author in general, and I found that she actually is, she works for the University of Munster in Germany, and a little bit about her is that she is an assistant professor at that university, and she actually is a professor in the North American History Department. So she is specifically focused on civil religion and U.S. American patriotic holidays in the second half of the 20th century. So she is very knowledgeable on this subject, which is exactly what I was looking for. I wanted more factual data than, opinionated. So in here, I actually was able to go ahead and then look if there was references in here. And if I scroll down, I'm actually able to see that there is a reference area. There it is. References right here. So here you can see that they have the references. It contains 149, which is a lot. But I like that she's really concise with her references. You get the works cited, so everything she used, every quotation she used, we can even go more in depth on the essay and the article. And then really the only author for this article was herself, Jana Weil. So I think that makes things a little bit easier for us to have only one author. That way we know, her viewpoints. And to speak about her viewpoints, I do think that it was mostly an objective essay, but clearly there was some biased elements since it is more of an opinionated essay, since a lot of people to this day actually still don't think that, Thanksgiving is, surrounded by a bunch of myth. They think, oh, we came here and this is a great day to celebrate. So it is technically, I think, a little bit biased if you look at it in that light. But overall, I think it was really objective. Even the references tell you that. There's a lot of fact that backs up every statement that she makes. And overall, this was a great essay to use. And I was really happy that she provided such great facts on everything she did. Like you can see, like every time she says something, like as such civil religions, myth, rituals, and symbols are central to U.S. Commemorative culture. And then she has even right there the number 7, which you can click, which is a Terbian citation method of showing references. And then she even right here goes ahead and cites Herberg and to back up her statement. So this was a great article, and I will definitely be using it in my paper. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks. Bye.